Hello, and welcome back to The Fox and the Sheep.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream.
I guess we're
doing something a little different today.
It is something a little different. Oh, that's what I need to do is put on the background music. There we go.
Hey Wumanji. And hey there, Wolf.
Hey Wumanji, hey Wolf.
How are you guys doing?
Because yeah, today's stream was a request from Wumanji. 30,000 bags of wool.
Yeah.
2 times 15,000 of both a piece of artwork and some poetry / short stories, whatever you want to call them.
Wasn't it 3?
Was it?
I thought there were 2 stories.
There were, but it was only one request for it because they're both quite short. So there's 2 stories kind of thing / poems. There's actually a few more. Wumanji sent me a few more if I do want more to do in addition to the base request as well. But I at least have the base ones up on screen at the moment as well. Because like they're going to take a while, but looking through them, you know, if I was reading at the pace that I'm going now, I'd be through them in 10 minutes. You know, we're not talking a lot. We're talking each one's about the same length as A Breakfast Fit for a Queen, if you remember that story. Hey, Elion, welcome on in.
Oh.
Is indeed an art stream.
Yeah, that was a really short one.
Yep.
Hi there, Alien.
Which reminds me, talking about that, I still have the recording on my desktop.
How are you doing?
I need to continue that recording for the actual characters. But yeah, this is a... What's the right term for it? Multifaceted art stream? No, it's not quite faceted, it's not quite the right word. But like, what is it when there's 2 separate streams? I can't think of the word. I'm drawing a blank and I can't remember exactly what it is.
Multidiscipline art.
Yeah, multiple disciplines of art that we'll be doing at the same time. There will be both your classic drawing a picture and the reading of a short story / poem.
This works.
Yep. Well, it really depends on a few factors here. That it can be both a good thing and a bad thing. It is, as I say, really dependent on the situation. That let's say you're out with colleagues, it's effectively your Friday, and you know, you've got the weekend ahead of you, and you went out for some drinks with them. Hey, you got a little tipsy, but everything's fine. You're home, you know, a little tipsy and all that. You had a great time with your work colleagues. Awesome. Then you've got the worst. If you are drinking because of something to try and hide it, that's a lot worse.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like. Did you just wake up and it's your morning? And that's how you start your day?
Yep, because that's getting to, yeah,
or are you about to go to bed and it's your Thursday evening?
Yep, exactly.
And also, what are your plans for Friday?
Yep. Yeah, that's like, let's say Thursday is effectively, you know, what my Friday would be.
You've got more work coming up. Being drunk right now is probably not a good thing.
Yep. And again, if it's because you had a rough night at work, you're drinking to hide it or to make it go away to forget it, bad. There ain't 2 ways about it. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Okay, there you go. That's not too bad.
Yep.
So you get a chance to sleep it off.
Just make sure you have a good bunch of water before you go to sleep as well. Keep yourself hydrated.
Oh yeah, drink some water. Tomorrow you is gonna be thankful.
Yep. Tomorrow you will look back and say, man, that water was gold.
Yep.
But yeah, well, Manji, for how, yeah, I'm doing, I can say I am doing absolutely amazingly. Got home from work. It was a bit of a quieter day because it was, a Friday, but that's all good. I have had fish and chips. I have,
Oh shit.
yeah. Bruno, welcome on in. And thank you for the gifted subs, man.
Welcome in and thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Thank
That's
you.
huge. Can't thank you enough.
And a shout out to, who got one? We have Twitch Curry, Carcadian. Hell yeah, Carcadian. Vanderbeast.
Sweet.
Curran. And Jose Shiro, I guess.
Yeah,
Jose.
Jose Shiro.
Yep. But yeah, I was just saying,
Okay,
Wamanji.
we'll take it.
We'll definitely take it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got home, I had my fish and chips. They were delicious. I jumped on the computer, and I've been sitting here watching YouTube, just vibing. Oh, and some new Igor music dropped as well. And it's got
Nice.
a slight Egyptian theme in there. Let me see if I can bring this up without it playing. Yes, cool. It's not going to play. And
Yeah, I got home from work, wanted
Oh, no.
to play some games, then got tired immediately and played it and had a nap.
sorry, not Egyptian, traditional Tibetan instruments in there. So I was thinking of something else.
Ooh, neat.
That's what's this? What's the
Okay,
pack
Bruno,
up for today?
we're gonna do some drawing today.
Yep,
We're
drawing.
in the art category today.
Yep,
For this wonderful day.
yep. And on this wonderful day, Roka, I need a number between 1 and 5 to figure out how wonderful it is.
Alright, give me number 2.
You won't believe it. You're good at this game.
Today is fine day in California. Huh? True.
I love this one.
Dead serious. I had my mouse over one. Too late was that. You got it. You're nailing this. You're like 10 for 10 almost at this point with it.
Yeah, I'm like always getting that one.
And like, that's the thing. It's not like I'm always starting at the same point either. I'm picking a random one myself to start at a random point, and then Roka's then picking a random number that, yeah, moves it to that
Yeah,
one.
And I pick a number and you roll through them.
Yep. So it's not even like you have the same starting point. Like, I try and mix it up as much as I can, and you still get it. has nothing from the price. Is this you Bernie again there in their 50C? Yep, I remember when I was over in Texas.
Yikes.
Yep, it was hot. Proper hot.
But yet, let me check real quick.
It is Friday in California.
Today isn't too bad actually.
Actually, yeah, I have it on myself.
Supposed to rain soon.
Let's see, because it says...
We're going up to like 23 degrees.
Yep. Yeah, my phone's saying
or rather we're already there.
Yep, you're at 23 and you're going to spike to 24. That sounds beautiful, by the way. Higher 24, lower 16.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
That is perfect weather. So if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. I guess it depends on where about in Texas, because yeah, where I was, it didn't really change too much. That I'm just looking at it right now.
Is the weather kind of inconsistent there?
It seemed pretty consistent during summer. It didn't really change ever. It was blue skies, minus small clouds just kind of drifting past, and that was it. There was rain one day, but it was for like 30 minutes that just went away. So it's like, okay, cool.
Right.
But right now, over in Austin, Texas, it's 3:30 a.m. and it's 24 degrees. And that's the lowest it's going to.
Oof.
It's going up to 34 during the day. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Wolf. Hope you do get a good sleep, and don't forget, grab some water.
All right, Wolf. You get some sleep. Have a great night.
Yep. Get some water into you before you fall asleep.
Drink some water. Speaking of which.
Hey, good call.
There you go.
Ooh. Cheers, Roka.
Everyone.
Now, I have an interesting question for you, Roka. Because yesterday, we were talking about the artwork you're going to draw.
Question?
And around kind of what you were going to do.
Right.
Because having a thought around how, not really how you're going to draw the picture, but more what the subject content is going to be doing or include was a very key thing. And I know we last left with you kind of going, I'm going to have a talk with Womanji about whether the idea is a yay or a nay for that kind of rough idea we had. So the question is,
yup.
Are you willing to share what the idea is?
Talk.
Well, hold up. Is it better to know what the answer is or to let it just play out as people experience the artwork transforming into what it becomes?
Well, I think we could talk about this.
Okay, cool.
So we had a little idea yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And the reference we've seen. That you already sent me, Womanji. Has your character kind of anthropomorphized? In one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the artist who did it chose to. They chose to still give the character hoofs. And so we had the funny idea that maybe it would be hilarious to draw them trying to pick up a glass of water with them. And trying to drink from it. And I thought that would be fun.
Hey, we got a yes. Yay.
Sweet.
I love it because it was an absolutely wild idea, but it fits so well with the fact that they didn't humanize the hands, they kept them as hooves, which I thought that's quite rare. Normally, hands get humanized, or at least they're half animalistic,
Yeah.
half human. You know, maybe they have extra claws or like paw pads on the hands or something, but they'll still be hand shaped with an opposable thumb, you know, 5 fingers, etc., all that kind of stuff. Maybe 3, maybe 4, but generally they're kind of human-y in a sense. But it went full.
Or they like, you know, get like a different color for the fingers or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, to
Yep.
resemble the hoofs.
Exactly. Yep. Like, yeah, the color is resembled, but they're still humanized. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting that they kept it as effectively the animal, as the hoof. And I'm glad you said yes to that because, oh man,
Yeah, that was a really interesting choice.
I was giggling to myself. Roku remembers last night, so I'm sitting this guy like, oh man, I hope Womanji's good with this.
Haha.
Because I'm sitting going, I could see how someone could take it as like ridiculing their character. And it's like, I could see how that could be taken away, but it's like the fact that you're like, yes, I love it is like, yes.
Which of course we would ask you first if that's cool with you.
Yep. Because yeah.
Since you know, we want to put your character in the way you want them to be.
Yep, exactly. As you sit there and say, I can draw your character pregnant.
Ahoy.
But yeah, it's something that I like in artwork, especially of furry characters, where they think of the tail / of the animalistic characteristics of a character. So especially with tails, where they make sure that they'll either do something like, let's say they're wearing pants, you could have like the back of the pants, you know, just pushed downwards or something. So of course, you know, the tail doesn't just merge out the back of clothes. It actually, you know,
All right.
like you see cloth folded down to fit it in there. Or they do things like, say, have like a little flapper cloth with a button or something on it. So the tail goes through the hole in the pants and the button then buttons it up at the back. So you have the front, say, button and fly and all that, and a back button as well for a hole in the back for the tail, and little things like that. Or, you know, say shoes that suit, you know, paw pads better than human feet because they're shaped
That's
differently.
a concept called ergonomics.
Yep, exactly. The ergonomics of it. The fact that your TTS can say that as well is amazing.
Oh, I typed it in just to be sure.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well done, Roka. Yeah, you had me going there for a second. But yeah, it's like, I love it when the character is...
I'm pretty sure it would have messed it up.
Mm-hmm. Like when the character's well thought out, not just around the character, but it's like the environment they would be in, what they would wear, how they'd interact with the world. Like that's all kind of, it adds so much flavor to a character. But talking about flavor, should we flavor our way on over to your view?
Yep. Let's switch this over to this.
And I'll make a quick change just so we get the blue color
There
available.
we go.
There we go. Blue is now an available color you can use again.
Sweet.
Now, let me move some things around just so I've got
All
chat
right.
still up in
Now
front of
let
me.
me get some reference on here. BOOP.
Actually, that's something. I'll also remind you,
So,
just before you go ahead, Roka, I just want to chuck something into chat. That
right.
there is, for 500 bags of wool, one called Change the Background Music. Now, with it, there is a lovely
Oh, yeah.
choice of music over there that we've started with, you know, what we've picked here for ourselves. And that is, you can't just keep running that one. That one does have like about a 15-minute cooldown on it, I think. About that, 10 or 15 minutes. But so about every 10 or 15 minutes, you can get the background music changed, and anything in that link I just sent is an option.
Yeah, since this is kind of like the best stream to do this.
Yep. It's one where there's going to be a lot of background music just constantly running. And so if you don't like the vibe
music
that's
we have
going,
might get old at some point.
Yep. Like it does change and it's constantly, you know, different and all that, but it's all down a single theme. So right now, for reference, we do have, this is the Asian lo-fi, or Asian themed lo-fi.
Oh, that one's a bit big. Let me shrink this down for a second. This goes over here.
Actually, could you, actually, what I'll do, I'm just
I'm just going to add all these together.
Bonk, 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 and just go and shuffle over next to Roka for just a bit. Hello.
Haha. Oh yeah, wait. Let's add these together. Delete this one here. I need reference.
Oh, yep, getting all your layers all
All right.
sorted out. So the big one, so the horse that was just shrunk down was done by Uncle
nice.
Frybread. Ah. So,
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Fruitbread for the art.
What I'll do, once we actually start getting to putting kind of pen to paper Roka, I'll shift myself back over and then I'll start on going through the first poem, which the first poem, Desiderata. And so it's actually from a book, but it's not the entire book, it is a portion of a book. And the second word is a nice word, placidly. I like that, placidly.
Ooh.
Gee, just want to test this. How's that? Because I played around with this quite a bit.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking for some reference for the pose.
I've never heard the whole poem. Yep. I'm also interested, Romanji.
Let me just put this to the other screen so I can see it better.
I'm guessing you're on your phone at the moment for typing out, right? Like you're using your phone to send the messages into chat? do you tap each individual letter? So, yeah, there's 3 ways to enter text, really. Do you tap each letter? Do you use voice to text? Or do you use swipe to text? So you swipe out the shape of words. I'm interested in what your input method is. Swipe. Ah, so you're a swiper like me. Actually, I'm interested as well, Roka. Tap, swipe, or voice?
I usually go with a tapping method.
So your swipe be a non-dominant. Ah, see, I'm a swipe with my dominant. Because, yeah, I know Wolf is a voice-to-text user, so he speaks onto his phone.
Right.
But I think tap is probably the most common. Because I know both my parents use tap. But once I learnt swipe, and I committed into swipe, oh, it's so good. Like, obviously this depends on the situation, that if you're in you're in your own home, it's a quiet environment, there's no one else speaking, it doesn't matter if you speak, the fastest is voice to text, but it has the highest chance of making a mistake as well, because you kind of have to say what you want to say and then go back and reread it to make sure it hasn't made a mistake, and then manually edit each individual thing in there, like individual words where it may have got them wrong.
I can't find any good reference.
You know what the best reference to do is, Roka? Prop your cell phone up. Lean over your desk.
Yeah, do it yourself in front of a mirror.
Yep. Ball your hands up into a fist and put them against the glass.
Right, I was thinking more about the arms and the body pose.
Oh yeah, then you just ask your phone to take a selfie and it'll just take a picture. Prop your phone up, say take a picture. It takes a picture, doesn't it? When you ask it. You go, hey, name of phone, take a selfie. And
Problem is I can't use that reference on stream then.
Ah, true, yeah. Because you gotta, yeah, it's really handy to do that, yep.
Yep.
Let's see if I can find you something quickly. And I am very much right-handed.
It's a nice thing to do when no one else is watching it.
Yep. Yeah, it works perfectly. Yeah, there's just nothing. You know what? I think you may have to commit to it.
Yeah, I might have to raw dog this.
I've just googled reference poses to see if there's one of just someone kind of generally leaning
Didn't
forwards.
think it would be this hard to find reference for that kind of pose.
I'm thinking of just going like, get a reference pose of something very similar. Let's say leaning forwards. Yeah, leaning forward, reaching out. You know, something like that. And, you know, then you can adjust that for putting an object in. So I've got one. It isn't quite what you're after, but let me copy the image. I'll just fire it over to you quickly, Roka. Where have you gone? There you are. So there's one that I found.
Let's see. It's not bad, but it's like way too relaxed and casual.
Oh, now this one's kind of good. You'll see once you see it that you'll understand exactly why I think that was pretty good.
Aha. Okay, I'm just gonna get started.
Hey, Wamanji, 100 bags of wool. There's one that
Bolo.
says cheers. But Bolo.
Okay. New layer. This one gets the name. Sketch layer.
Pop myself over there. So now we can see what you're doing, and I'll just cover up the references. So yeah, I guess just remember, Roki, you've kind of got that middle of your screen for everything you want to do. The left and right's kind of taken up by us. But I'm just going to turn the music down just a fraction if I can. Yeah.
So I kinda try to keep it centered. At least the drawing action.
Yep. Just want to wait because the music's just changing. So it had a big crescendo and then went down. So I don't know. It might be too quiet now. Yeah, I'm going to just a little bit there. That should be perfect. So let's zoom in a bit so I have nice big text as well.
So.
And I will actually just do a free for that Sparko and to get my mouth going. Cheers.
shoes.
So we have Desiderata, the original text. Make sure so this is from 1927 by Max Ehrmann. Let's get the mic up nice and close. Always makes it sound good. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not bind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially, do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations. In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. There we go. Hey.
Very nice. Kind of inspiring.
Maybe just if I reset kind of there and now. Yep, cool. See, when I read it doesn't look like I'm kind of staring down at the ground so much. That's a bit better. Because like things are up and down the screen, so it's like, yeah. When I look down, if I'm looking more kind of straight and up, you know, looking up a small bit, it's not too bad. Because most of the time I'm looking roughly straight, but you want to, yeah. Because yeah, when I was reading, unfortunately, technically I can see what you're doing. It's just a bit hard when I'm like focusing on text as well. You're just to zoom out just for a second, Ruka. Just so I can see kind of, because I see you've kind of got... Aha, okay, so you've got a rough kind of shape, like shoulders, a belly, kind of the beginning of legs and arms and a head.
Super rough right now.
Yep. Just the general shapes, the angles, the positions.
Yep. Now it's up to me to draw a kind of a horse head. Which I guess.
Is it a bit like, you could say, a fox head with a bit more of a like a flattened nose, like it's a bit flatter on the front. There's effectively it sticks out the front, but then the nose half is a lot like flattened effectively, if that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of like this, right? Yeah, nose and mouth is kind of similar to a cow, isn't it? In some way.
Yeah, they're definitely not quite the same family of animal, but they definitely share
like
similar
slimmer.
vibes. Yep.
I think the nose hole should be a little bigger too. Not that big. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I figured I'll put just a bit
And
of
all
time.
this disappears then.
Yeah, I'll just put a bit of time just between the poems and stuff. Just so it's not kind of back to back to back and you feel like I can't speak and talk about what I'm doing or ask questions. It's like, because Beta's reading for, 3 hours kind of thing.
Yeah. And the eyes would cut. Go like this.
I think if it's anthropomorphized, should they be slightly closer to the front? Like they're more kind of human-like, they're front and center to look ahead rather than horse, which is round the side of the head so it can see behind itself as a prey animal.
Right.
Effectively, it's going to have predator eyeballs looking out the front.
Kinda, yeah. Now I do wanna. Oops. No.
What are we doing? Oh, we're selecting
What am I trying to do?
that. Move.
I was trying to get this part a little higher up. To make it a little shorter.
Oh, you can zoom back in, by the way, Ro. You don't have to be like, out at this distance.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get like the overall composition. To keep everything in frame at the same time. So kind of just still looking at the glass and stuff.
Yep. I didn't really have a read of the second one.
Okay, just gonna move this over there again.
But I've just had a look at the
So you can stream the chat.
Yep, just looking at the next poem, which is called Wear Sunscreen. It's a bit longer than the other one. But it's by Mary Schmich. Schmich. So potentially some German origin in there, I guess. But I say, we'll give it just a bit before we kind of get to that one.
What was it spelled like again?
It is Schmich.
Yep, that's kind of German. If you have an SCH in there.
Yep, that's kind of my go-to. So the second one, because it starts, ladies and gentlemen of the class of 97, wear sunscreen. Yumanji, it's more kind of less of like taking my time. It's more, I want to give Roka some spotlight as well. So, you know, I can actually look and see what Roka's doing as well. Because as I say, when I focus on like the reading, technically Roka's still on screen. I can still see what Roka's doing. I can still see chat, but it's a lot harder if I want to keep up the reading and not have any breaks in there. That I can't, I don't have the ability to focus on each eye on a separate thing and to be able to concentrate on each separate eyeball separately. I have not gained that ability yet. Gee, what I am going to do though is it's flip horizontal, isn't it? Yes, flip horizontal. That's better. Because now when I look towards chat and look actually to where I see Roka on my screen, I look towards Roka and I look towards the microphone as well, which is a lot nicer.
Right. So we got all of this disappearing. I'm happy with how this line goes back here. I'm not happy. I might just hide everything with more hair.
I'm interested, Wamanji. Do you play any other games outside of VR chat? Like, are you out there playing, you know, your Elden Rings, or are you playing something else? Like, I'm intrigued. And like, yeah, what your gaming outside of VR chat is like. Because I know for me, outside of the past 2 years, where Roka and I have been live streaming, there's only been one game that I've played off stream, and technically I played it on stream as well, which was Elden Ring. That I played it on stream to the ending credits, and then I played it off stream to get the final achievements. Ah, so you play The Sims.
Nice.
So like, I've heard of it and I know kind of like what it's about and stuff, but I guess you just need to kind of play it to really understand it. Is it a bit more of like I'll use the term an open world game where there's like, I guess, are there kind of goals to do? Like it's, hey, here's a sim, they're sick, you know, you need to get them back to health.
It's more of a sandbox kind of thing.
Okay, so it is more sandboxy. So it's like your Minecrafts and stuff. There's no true goal to it. You could just kind of keep going.
Yeah, you get like one single household which you can put multiple people in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's just
and
the
you can
Sims
have them
VR
interact with others and stuff. So through that, basically the story of the characters evolves.
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of like Dwarf Fortress where you have to create your own story around everything. It's not going to give you a story for you.
Yep, pretty much.
So I was wondering if it had like the roller coaster tycoon kind of thing, like, hey, here's a park. It's, you know, it's not doing so good. Try and earn, you know, $500,000 profit within, you know, 2 years of the park. You know, that kind of thing. And so you could go through those kind of scenarios and stuff like, hey, you've got someone who has a terminal illness. You need to keep them like, at the end of a year, their happiness needs to be above 80% or something, and they start off quite depressed or something, and you have to make their life enjoyable for like, their last kind of years or something. Like you've got to, play with these characters. I guess that's...
No. You kinda start off with whatever you give them.
Mhm.
Then things happened based on like how you play them.
Yeah.
And how you tend to their needs and stuff.
Right, so could you... I guess you could almost run it like what I was saying, like a roller coaster tycoon game. Set yourself into an interesting situation and then aim for a goal within a year and go, how, can I get to that goal within a year? Like, hey, I'm going to start off with a character who has a cold, damp, wet home, and I'm going to get it to a point where they're living a better life. It's clean. It's not cold. It's not damp. It's not wet. It's well heated. It's well insulated, and they're going to do their thing. Or is it? I guess because I don't know the exact kind of details of like the in and out of the game.
Yeah, you could build them a nice house and everything.
Mm-hmm. But I guess it's that getting from a bad house to a good house, or like having a goal in there. Hey Foxy, welcome on in. Okay, so EA do have kind of stories or goals.
Hey there,
but
Foxy.
You can make your own.
Good to see you. I need your help. How do you draw a horse? Haha.
And I guess just to have a quick reference for what this is, it is a...
Oh, nice long breaks are good.
An anthropomorphic horse. However, it has still hooves for hands, and so it is trying to pick up like a drinking cup, but is sweating balls around having hooves for hands.
Right. Yeah, this is the character.
So you draw a circle, some cones for ears, a little cylinder for the muzzle, and then draw the rest.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot about the ears. Let's see. So I'm guessing the ears would be kind of downwards in an airplane position.
Yeah, so you maybe have a look at
They're kind of long and go like this.
Actually, the ears would be quite similar to mine, because they're all within the same kind of...
Because I want to draw them struggling to.
Yep. Yeah, they're struggling with this cup.
Pick up this glass. But
like they're kind of longer versions of my ears, really.
But usually horse ears, they go like more upwards. Like straight up.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at my ears and they... Yeah. Horses, like, they're similar. They're not the same, but they're very similar shape, if that kind of helps for kind of what it would look like.
Yeah.
If I can actually look in the same direction it is if you want to see what my ear looks like.
I think I want this one a little more pointy.
Deroka, if I look kind of down and to the right a bit, you can kind of see it on me.
Yep. Yeah, kind of like that.
Now, one thing with that far ear, I think, you know, that line that's going through the middle of
The head is a little big.
needs to be...
Is the head too big?
It is, if you keep the body proportions
I
the
think I made it a
same.
little big.
You could also increase the body proportions as well, like slightly wider shoulders, just slightly bigger would also compensate for that.
Oops. No, wait. I can actually cut this really close. That's what this tool is for. Now how do I?
Yep.
Yeah, that's better. Just a little bit smaller.
Does it need to go up, as Womanji says with no neck, does it need to go up just a little bit as well? Just
Yeah,
to
the thing about the neck is like, he's looking down on this glass. So most of the neck would be like, hang on. Would be like right behind the head. So it's covering up almost all of the neck. Yep. That's exactly what I'm trying to convey.
Yeah, because I guess you can see my neck, and then if I look down...
He's just so nervous about picking up this glass.
Yeah, you know, my chin covers up my neck, and if I had a lot longer snoot as well, it would really be covered. But yeah, I'm thinking of a game for you, Omanji, that I've played.
Oops.
That I think you would vibe with what you've said you play. I'm just thinking if I actually have anything kind of in my repertoire of games. Like I'm looking one that maybe you don't need super fast reactions. You can just kind of, you can go at it. Like I wouldn't be saying like, oh, hey, go and do like Risk of Rain 2 or something. That'd be too much. Or Black Myth Wukong, far too much.
Oh yeah.
Like something that's going to give you some interest as well. Yeah, something to kind of make you think, make you do at least a bit of work. Just looking at what I've got, because it's like you know, some games you do want to relax, but like that's what The Sims is for. It's like when you want to relax, just have a calm experience. Great. But sometimes you do want something which
Yep.
Oh, so you brought one you saw me play. Was that Stray by any chance?
Oh, you played that?
Because Stray could be interesting. There is some action in there, like some then, but there is not a lot. Like it is not the focus of the game. It's more kind of puzzly. You're intrigued. Oh, well, let me. Because Stray is a game all about being a cat and doing cat things. Okay, so it wasn't Stray. Interesting.
So not that one.
So Talking about lasers and boxes.
Okay,
Talos
let
principle.
me check back on my reference.
You got the Talos principle.
Okay. So it kind of like just blends into the hoof over here. I'm gonna put this glass somewhere else. This needs to go way lower.
Yep, some of those puzzles in the Talos principle are challenging. That if you're not used to that first-person puzzling, I could definitely see how you could struggle with the Talos principle. I wonder if a good starting point for the Talos principle might be Portal 1. Because the first Portal game teaches first-person puzzling really, really, really good. And then the Talos principle takes that and yeah.
Portal is absolutely great at that.
You know, it teaches you the basics and gives you a very good environment to learn. And then, yeah, the Talos principle lets you try something just a little bit different. But yeah, I'd be so interested in seeing kind of like where, and I guess that's the thing. It's like, I would see the puzzle and go, one, donk, 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 donk. Oh, that's easy. Because like, I've got so much of that previous knowledge. It's like, I've played Portal 1 and 2. I've done Outer Wilds. I've done the Talos Principle 1 and Talos Principle 2. It's because I've been through so many puzzle games like that now. I'm used to kind of seeing patterns in them and going, oh, I see the pattern. It's trying to get you to achieve.
Got your puzzle brain going.
Yep, exactly. So it's, yeah, it's definitely something.
You kind of go in there and like immediately see what they're trying to have you look at.
One thing that sometimes helps, and
because they're always kind of trying to guide you.
Yep. A good way to look at it, especially for the earlier puzzles.
They have like some sort of language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes looking at the puzzle's name can help. Because the puzzle's name may have a clue in it around, exactly as Roka says, the language they're trying to kind of convey to you. But yeah, the other thing that I also look at, especially for earlier puzzles in the games, is look at the ending goal. Like you go, I need to get through this door. To get through that door, I need to, you know, push this button. I don't know how to puzzles, like which key. Yes, so Portal will be far better for you as a starting game because that will hold your hand initially saying, these are the buttons to push. This button does this action. Versus the Talos Principle kind of assumes you already know how to play a game in a similar genre as it. And yes, it helps you a bit, but it doesn't help you as much as Portal, because Portal is a masterclass, whereas the Talos Principle is very good.
You're right, this glass is like way too close to the edge. Let's give him like a full surface of table to stand on. more like this. So all of, oops.
But yeah, a good thing to do a
This
munch.
can go.
Because I recognize not everyone has as much time as, say, Roke and I do to commit to just playing games after games after games. And of course, we start to build that momentum and that knowledge around this is kind of standardized key layouts and stuff like that, that you just kind of learn. Sorry, it's kind of making me look weird there. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so, you know, go into, you know, hit escape, click settings, and find the keyboard controls. And look at maybe the first, maybe 5 to 7 controls. Because it's probably going to cover, you know, movement, using something, so, you know, pushing a use button, and jump. And that will get you through a good chunk of most games once you have those basics down. What movement is, how to use an item, like pick something up or push a button, that kind of thing, and how to jump. The other one that I would see as a problem on Talos Principle, the movement is from the Serious Sam games, and they had very interesting movement. It was very fast because it's designed as a fast first-person shooter, so it's very reactive to what you push. Whereas for something like the Talos Principle, you don't exactly need ultra-fast, snappy reactions. You know, you actually need you just need to be able to think. So, you know, there's kind of, by default, the character almost sprints, and when you hold the sprint button, you're more than just sprinting, you've practically jumped into a Formula 1 car and you are off. Like, proper off. You kind of know what I mean, Roka? That, like, it is a... Like, the base character movement is designed for a fast game.
It's like, some games have they have a bit of kind of like an increase in speed as you go.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as I say, Portal is definitely...
And others are like more snappy, where you push the button and you're immediately at like full walking or running speed.
Yep. Yeah, like that ramp up speed.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yep, or acceleration as well would be it. Actually, I'll fire that over your way as well, Foxy. Outside of VR chat...
Also, I wanted to give Wumanji the chance to talk a little more about the character. If you want to, that is. Tell us what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
And also what this symbol represents.
But yeah, Foxy, outside of VR chat, what's like your kind of...
Because I'm pretty sure it has meaning.
Not theme your games, like, you know, say... For me, pretty much everything is shown on stream. I am not really playing games off stream too much. Outside of VR chat, there's not really much that's not shown on stream. I'm pretty much everything on stream. So for you, outside of VR chat, do you play any other games? Do you kind of vibe around? MMOs, looter shooters, open world survival. Ah. Yep, so something you don't need to commit, yeah, like a bunch of time to. Really on my radar lately, but it's hard as a mute. Yep. Yep, I could see that in a game where,
right.
Yep, communication is key.
Yeah, that would be tricky.
So his name's Larry. He's really good at languages and communication, thus the speech bubble on his hip.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, try and tell a friend is a monster, you're dancing, they have a little laugh, and then bam, they're gone. Uh-oh. Because, yeah, I know I've kind of had that a bit with Roka as well, and it's nothing on you, Roka, as well. But, it's, let's say I've been playing a game, and Roka's, been killed, and it's very handy if Roka says, hey, I'm down, could you help revive me? There's a delay between when Roka physically says it, once the TTS processes it, and then it gets to me. It's like, in a faster paced game, that's a very key moment there. It's like, I think I've got someone behind me backing me up, not realizing some monsters carried them off, and there's a call for help that's taken a few seconds to process.
I've been dead for like 10 seconds.
Yep, and, the voice processing's taking a second to kind of process the, help, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Kind of call to come through. Because, I've got that immediate call, oh, hey, Roka, I've just died kind of thing. Could you help revive me or, be careful? I don't have your back anymore.
By the time I get to say it, you're already, busy trying to revive me or something.
Yep, yeah, if I've seen it, it's great. But if I don't see you, there's a lot of delay. And if I think I'm playing hey, I've got a buddy behind me, they've got my back. It's like, hold up. Why have a whole bunch of monsters all turn up all at once? That wasn't supposed to happen. Roka, are you okay? And suddenly, I'm dead.
Yep. All of these monsters were supposed to be over in Roka's end of the world.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's supposed to be half the monsters with me and half with Roka.
Why are they all here now?
Yep. With the hoof, you need another line because a hoof is thick. Think of it being an inch or two thick. Think of your fingernail, but imagine your fingernail being an inch or two thick.
I know what you're thinking of.
Yep. Yeah.
Kind of like this line here.
Yep, something like that. I know
but all the other artwork has it completely blend in.
If you go down to the actual hoof though, see, because yeah, so color-wise it does, but a hoof does that, because that one, see, you can see the actual hoof. That's all
yeah,
fingernail.
This one doesn't blend so much.
Yeah, but the thing is, that black section is all hoof. That's all fingernail. Whereas that one's just blending the color in, which is an interesting concept of doing it.
I figured I'd just have the blend a little more aggressive. But that's done with the color later on.
Yep.
A little more like this one. Where the gradient doesn't go so far.
Well, now that looks like you've reached kind of a new milestone on your picture, I am going to shift my screen around a small bit. And I have another, this one is a speech that I have from Womanji.
Thank you, Womanji.
I'm going to say cheers. I need a little bit of water before I get going.
Cheers.
Cheap double. this is a speech by Mary Smitch called Wear Sunscreen. Hey Sam, welcome on in.
Hey there, Sam. Welcome in.
You've just caught us as I'm right about to start reading Wear Sunscreen. Oh, perfect. A bit more rehydrate. Exactly what I need.
Nice.
Cheers, Wamanji.
Cheers.
So, actually, let me zoom in a bit. Just, whoa, that went small. That's... Why'd that scroll down so far? They can scroll normally.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's a weird website. It kind of loads things as you scroll, so I just had to scroll through everything to get it loaded. So I'm at the moment in Hamilton, being up with some Fairies Arrow, but yes, I got to read things, so don't let me interrupt. That's all good. This was Wear Sunscreen by Mary Smitch. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 97, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I'll dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the power and the beauty of your youth until they've faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. You are not as fat as you imagine. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worry is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be the things that never crossed your worried mind. The kind that blindside you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Floss. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long and, in the end, it's only with yourself. Remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your old love letters. Throw away your old bank statements. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance. So are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance, even if you have nowhere to do it but your living room. Read the directions, even if you don't follow them. Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly. Get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings. They're your best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you into the future. Understand that friends come and go, but with a precious few, you should hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle, because the older you get, the more you need the people who knew you when you were young. Live in New York City once, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in Northern California once, but leave before it makes you soft. Accept certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will philander, you too will get old. And when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you'll have a wealthy spouse, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful of whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen. Hey, there you go. Wear
Nice.
sunscreen.
That was lovely. Some real good life advice.
Hey Bearplet, welcome on in. Oi, actually, perfect timing on that and on both of them.
Thank you, Humanji. And hey there, Brappler.
Cheers, Bearplet.
Welcome in. Yes, cheers.
And as it said in the poem, stretch. Ugh.
Yep, good call. I've been hunched over for the last hour, trying to get everything right.
Ooh. Now, I am just going to put a reminder in chat that for 500 bags of wool, and because I'm not reading anymore, I'm going to give it just a little boost of volume. You can put in a request to change the background music. That link has the options for what it can be changed to. And right now it is on Asian Lo-Fi. So Baz Luhrmann did a music version of Wear Sunscreen. Ah. You're super happy with the art so far. Nice.
Nice, glad to hear.
Oh, so, let me just post that link again. That link there has a bunch of live streams on it. Just tell me which one. So yeah, I don't have an input set, so you just activate it and just say like, oh, I want the peaceful piano, or I want the jazz, or yep, and I'll just change it myself.
Uh-huh.
And just for everyone else, I think I put either a 10-minute or a 15-minute cooldown on there. So once you pick one battler, don't feel like you're going to be outbid by someone else. You're guaranteed at least 10 minutes of it, if not 15.
Yeah.
Like, I think I might be the only person who could break through that, but I'm not
For
sure.
reference, right now we're going with the Asian.
Yep.
Lo-fi.
Yep, it's on Asian Lo-Fi, so that has already been picked. Hey, I like that one, Foxy. Just because you're
Hell yeah.
trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called garbage can, not garbage cannot. Just to make sure you're on a new layer as well, Roka.
Yep.
Wait, excellent. Always good to check. Always do those little sanity checks here and there.
Good call though.
It's yeah, because Foxy, right now,
Which,
it's
you know, is solid advice too.
4:45 a.m. You need to be in bed getting some good sleep. Ah, you
Oh,
got
no.
a few bit more driving around to do. Ah. But I guess once you've
Long
done your
one.
driving, is that then like the end of your day? Like you go, hey, I've done my driving, I can now go to bed and get some sleep? Or is it like this is the start of your day, or your day never ended? It's you're curious about Peaceful Piano. Okay. Let's fire that up. And we'll flick on over to there. And there is Peaceful Piano. So be the
Screw
end of,
trying to get
yeah.
the table lines straight on a mouse.
Yep. We've got tools for a reason. So your last drive will be around 10 a.m. today, and then your next day starts at midday, so you get 2 hours of sleep. Oh, Foxy, I feel for you.
Oof.
I also feel like I kind of, well, I do. I know kind of where you're kind of driving around. Like I kind of remember the area a small bit and like places we drove. I wasn't quite exactly sure where we were at some points. Because yeah. There was definitely that main highway, that north-south highway. I kind of got familiar with that. Everything seemed to always be on the north-south highway. Like you get onto that and that's going to get you to where you need to go.
Oh yeah, this is all mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I guess for you, Foxy, like it's, yeah, you know, it's your vibe, it's your place. You know, it's like if I drove you around here, I don't know where I'm going, but you'll be like, Beta, where am I? This is, everything looks the same. Why is it all green?
Ah,
Oh. Plus, you would have the classic problem of trying to slam your foot into an accelerator on a brake because you'd feel like you're in the driver's seat as well, sitting on the left-hand side of the vehicle. Because I know I was doing that. That I was trying to push accelerators and brakes because I felt like I was in the driver's seat when I was in the passenger seat. Occasionally
Yeah,
would reach out for a
forms of
steering wheel.
habit.
Yeah, because it's like, wait, I'm sitting on the right-hand side of the
Force
vehicle.
of habit.
Why am I not reaching for a steering wheel? I'm out of control here. Yeah, but the thing is, Foxy, it didn't feel fast because of how far away everything was. Like, each lane was so big that you never really had an object close to you. And then there was never objects like on the side of the road. Like, you wouldn't have a building that was close either. So you never got that sense of like, woo, as you like fly past, you know, a close object. It's like, hey, look, there is a Denny's and it's, you know, in the Denny's area kind of thing. And it's like, it would just meander its way on past. It's like, you never really noticed because it wasn't close. You didn't feel that speed. That's the thing. It's like, opposed to going up for a drive somewhere, I'd almost say, I'd grab your hand and say, Foxy, we going for a walk. And we'll go walk down to the shops or something, or walk down to a place. You know, it may take a while, but we'll get there. Yeah, because that's the one thing I noticed, Foxy, that like every place had a car park around it. That you would almost have like a building with a car park around it. You'd have the next building and a car park, and the next building and a car park. It's like, you never really had to think around like, oh, I need to think around a place where I'm going to park because there's always a car park. Whereas here, you are not guaranteed for like, unless you're at like a big shopping mall, then like there'll be a car park there. But outside of that, it's like you've just got to find roadside parking. It's like, and you go, this is like pay and display. I am parking here. I'm going to go find a free place somewhere. And now you're driving around a bit.
Which was the triceps again?
Is that like your forearms?
This one here, right?
Like you're kind of... Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Hey, it's Toaster. Welcome on in. What am I saying? It's like,
Hey there, Toaster. Good to see you. How about this? Kind of want to adjust this line here as well. There's a muscle. Sitting right there.
so your homie's anti-car brain and orange pilled. It's like, sometimes you need a car. It's like, having a place that's not supercar centric always is nice, but sometimes it's the ability to go, you know what? I need to go somewhere that's interesting. I need to travel. I need to store a lot of an item and be able to transport it. Sometimes you do need a vehicle. Like, I recognize the convenience of like, I'll just walk somewhere. It's really nice. But yeah. Yeah, like that makes sense where it's like, yeah, you can just rent one, but I'm kind of in the same position as Foxy. It's like, I could technically walk to a supermarket. It's 40 minutes each direction. And there's only so much, you know, I could actually physically hold on my arm. So it's like, do I do 2 trips to the supermarket? Then, you know, then if it's raining and stuff like that, it's, yeah. But it's like, there are buses and stuff, there is transport, but now it's so expensive. It's, yeah, cheaper to almost drive a vehicle really at that point. Like, you know, when you go, oh, like a bus over there is going to cost you, you know, let's say $2 or something to get to our side of town, or $1 or $2. It's like, wow. You know, and then you're still going to have to carry everything physically. It's like, cool, do you have 3 bags in each hand and like you're kind of muscle manning it into the bus? It's like, and then let's say the bus is full and you've got all this shopping there. It's like, and then it's not just, oh, it drives direct to your house. It goes to all the other stops before it gets to your place as well. So it's like, yeah, we've got, yeah, the transport and stuff, but you're sitting there going like, I've got frozen food, bus driver. Who cares about the old lady? Floor it.
Haha, yeah. Hurry up. My frozen vegetables are melting.
Exactly. Defrosting.
Driver, please. My ice cream.
Yeah, I guess I do have a
You
corner
can see
store.
it melting.
Yeah, because there is a kind of a 4-square, about a 5-minute walk-ish, maybe slightly less than that, down the road from me. However, it is expensive. Like, it is very expensive. It's like that's the issue that kind of I have. It's like there's nearby places, but yeah, as Fox says, well, super marked up for price because of that convenience of being right next to residential. And they're just not selling as many of a product as well. So they can't get kind of cheaper deals. Actually, Foxy, I'll get you to help me just for a little bit.
Oh,
I need from you, Foxy, a number between 1 and 6. Because it's to help us all believe just a little bit better. And that's 1 and 6 inclusive of 1 and 6 if you want to pick either of them
yes.
as well. 4. An interesting choice.
Good call.
So, just as a reminder for everyone about what is so important that 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just realized that this part of the hoop isn't actually empty. This material there too.
It is Fanny Pack Friday, and I gotta tell you, I just feel super about it.
Hey, it is Fanny Pack Friday.
Fanny Pack Friday. If I had a little more warning, I could have hidden my stuff there for a second.
Oh, the problem is, Roka, I'd actually have to hide you because I'd have to swap the green screen on, swap to you. Yeah, I can technically do that. Yeah, you'd have to swap back to yourself.
All right.
Green.
Yes.
Yeah, green screen you, and then yep.
Yeah, that's too much adjustment.
Like I know technically I
Fair
can kind
enough.
of I can automate some of this stuff. Like you push a button, it does the macro, and it swaps settings and does things. It's like, you know what? I ain't doing that too much.
Right.
Yeah, well, Manji, shoot! Pew, pew, pew.
Hey Wumanji, does Wary layer horseshoes? Larry. Well, he probably wouldn't have them on his hand hooves. I'm missing another line back here. There we go. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay, so no horseshoes. Okay. Ooh.
No horseshoes. Got it.
I have to say, Larry, looking very good.
Thank you. Now we do the thing where we take a step back from the drawing and look at the whole thing.
So horseshoes, never thought about it. Okay, so it's your choice.
Right. How flexible are these hooves actually? I figured that it'd be pretty solid. So having horseshoes doesn't really help in this situation anyway.
Like at most they kind of have a wrist, I guess. And that's about it. The rest of it's just solid fingernail, really.
Yep, pretty much. Let me look back at my reference. Yeah, there isn't even much of a much of like a bulge around where the hoof starts.
Yep, it just kind of...
Oh, well, some of them have a little bit of it, like a little dent.
Yeah, like I guess the reference on the actual horse there is like, you know, a kind of lump of skin between, you know, the actual kind of leg and then the toe.
They are a lot bigger than like the rest of the leg though.
Yep, it was a good pick by Bappler, the peaceful piano. If you do want to take a copy,
you
Womanji.
see quite nicely over here.
Yep. There is a direct link to it if you do want to save that link.
Let me just thin out those wrists a little.
And this music just runs 24/7.
I'm gonna do it on this layer. Nope. On this one. The line art goes like this. Whoops. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's sketch layer anyway. I kind of want the wrists to go a little like this. And so this is where the hoof would be starting. The other one gets a little slimmer here too. Now we see how much we have to adjust the line art to this.
It's not too bad.
Oops.
Oh, you're on your sketch layer, Roka. You're on your sketch layer.
That's why whoops. This and that.
I've just thought of something you could do, Roka. For the sketch layer, you could adjust the sketch layer's transparency to say like 50%. Obviously you can't do that at the moment, but you know how you're adjusting the brush's transparency? If you adjust the whole layer's transparency, you then don't have to adjust the brush, that everything's just 100% transparency.
I didn't think you could do this for a layer.
Because it's that slider just above the layers, I think, will do transparency. You adjust that. Yeah, see? Because see, it's adjusting transparency per layer.
It even says it.
Yeah. So then you would immediately go like...
It says it right there and I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because you can then ask the question, why is my drawing, you know, not solid black? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
Oh right, because I've drawn this line twice. That's why it's still there.
Hold up. Wrong layer, Roka. Wrong layer, wrong layer. Oh no, right layer, sorry. Right layer. My bad.
Nope.
I see up your new work laptop. Have they gone you something interesting that, like, is it a framework or is it just like an HP or a Dell? Are you allowed to use Linux on it, or are you a Windows kind of shop at work?
Sweet, definitely an upgrade.
Oh, yep. So just a nice ThinkPad. Cool. So it's just more up to date, more RAM than your previous. So Linux is necessary for your job. Yep.
I'll send you all the files for it. Like I do for everyone.
Nah, well, man, you copy the pictures $100, eh?
So you'll get the finished piece. And
Hustle,
you'll get
hustle.
the Krita version as well.
Yep.
So you still have all the layers in it.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, I know...
So you know, if you wanted to adjust something. Or just look at like a specific layer.
You could turn off all the line art and leave all the
You can do
color.
all that.
Because looking at a picture with just color and no line art's always funny.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I could technically move to Linux in my role, but I'd be doing a lot of remoting into virtual machines to then do work I couldn't do on my actual laptop.
Right.
Because it's things like being an Active Directory.
An adorable robot.
Ooh, you able to like post a link to the robot base? Like either DM to me or Roka or chuck it in Carrot?
Yeah, you definitely gotta show that now.
Yep.
Right. I think it's time to start coloring.
Because, yeah, I know Intune now supports Linux as well, so there is, you know, Linux support and all that, but it's, yeah, so, you know, it can be managed by Intune, which is great. But yeah, it's just, yeah, as you say, all of that. But once at work, if we move away from a on-premise Active Directory over to the cloud, or not to the cloud, but go fully cloud-based, which we're trying to do. Oh, Backlit, you'll have to DM it to either Roka or myself. Yeah, the chat will eat any link that you try and post.
Oh, right.
That it's only Roka and I who can post links in chat.
Yeah, can't have links in here.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, Manji, with the advantage of Linux, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. I guess the PC is owned by you, not by another company. So like say when you're running Windows, Microsoft still makes decisions about how your computer's going to run and what's going to happen on it. Like there's some things that you're not allowed access to, even if you're the owner of the PC and the admin. Whereas with Linux, it's like, hey, you want to get rid of that important system file? Sure, have fun. You can do that. Is it a good idea? No, very no. But the I guess the other thing which people quite like is it is open source, meaning that the actual code that is used to make it is just available to the public. Yep, exactly. Like when you get it, it has almost nothing. Or I guess it depends on what Linux you get, because there's not just Linux. It's not really a thing. You know, you get Linux, as they say, in different flavors. So, you know, let's say one group of people have made it and they add in a lot of extra stuff. They add a web browser, they add this, they add that, you know. They add some extra tools to do things, and other ones could be really stripped down. You go, there's barely a graphical interface. You know, it's designed almost for running things in the background and not to be used by a person. You say you remote into it, you turn something on, and you leave it. Whereas, you know, Windows is designed with a user interface to interface with. Linux doesn't have to have an interface. It could just be a command line where you just type everything in. My biggest recommendation for starting with Linux, if you have a secondhand laptop, which, you don't care about what's on it, it's just an older laptop, you know, it was going to go in the bin or something, wipe it and put Linux Mint on it as a good starting point. It looks and behaves very similar to Windows in terms of like a start button, all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Thank you for watching.
You know, it's a very good kind of, hey, you're really comfortable with Windows? I'd say give Mint a go. It's what I gave to my parents, and they love it. They're actually using Linux themselves on a secondhand laptop. Because yeah, when I first gave it to my dad, he was nervous, he wasn't sure, he was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll have to roll back to Windows. I'm a lot more comfortable with that. He spent like a month or two with it and said, I could almost not go back now. Like there's some things which it's just convenient to have Windows. He still has a Windows desktop where it's like, cool, if he wants to do some video editing or that kind of stuff, he'll do that on his Windows desktop. But for just like day-to-day general web browsing and stuff and just PC use, yeah, use Linux. It's perfectly fine. It does the job so well. You have to use the Debian base. So I just go with Ubuntu. I just like Canonical, so I run Debian testing. I'm pretty sure you can, because yeah, you haven't you, Battler? It does have performance problems at the moment, doesn't it? But it is getting better. Kind of, I'd say, month by month rather than like day by day. But like I wouldn't see it as kind of drag and drop. Oh, so it works pretty well now. Nice. So is it quite just drag and drop for it? And I guess there's the other question around NVIDIA graphics cards. Are they well supported? Because I know I always hear stuff about NVIDIA ones because it's not open source, but as long as it's like supported and works, I don't mind about that too much. So SteamVR is absolute trash on Linux, so you gotta do some setup or get Monato with YVRN running. Once it's done, it works well. Yeah, so it's not quite drag and drop yet. You know, it's still not that Windows experience of you download Steam from the internet, you install Steam, you install the VR, you know, Steam VR, and you just run it and it goes. Yep, it's getting really close. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, once it goes though, it's going to be big once it's just so much easier. So I say that's the thing. Once you can go like, hey, I'm going to shift from my web browser from doing something to just opening Steam and just playing a game to then opening Steam VR, chucking on a headset, and you're not jumping through hoops. You're not having to find some weird package from some guy from a country you've never heard of whose English isn't exactly great, and you're like, I don't know if this is safe or not, but I'll try. It's like, it's
Yeah,
all kind of...
you don't need to go through someone's GitHub.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you're not onto GitHub trying to download some random code or something. Yeah, so that could envision, you just install that, you get a nice GUI, that sets something first, all the VR stack for you. See, that's still the problem I have though. It's not you install Steam, with Steam you install Steam VR, and then you run Steam VR, like you would on Windows. Like that's where it needs to get to. Yeah, I guess Bappa, I look at it from someone who, you know, let's say you've watched, say, Linus Tech Tips or Marcus Brownlee, and they go, oh, hey, look, see, I get Steam, I open Steam, and I open Steam VR, and here's the review of the headset I'm reviewing, and this is the experience, and like, that's what you see as just a regular consumer. Like, I agree, Envision's probably brilliant. It's probably super easy. It's got a great GUI, but how does anyone ever find out about it? I know it's like the classic, or just go and research it and go find out, but it's like, that's the problem. It's not first party. It's, you know, let's say you went to the internet, you download Steam, and then... Oh, true. Yeah, you're looking at it from a Quest user who has to like link into Steam VR. Right. Yeah, so for me, but the UX and performance are not great. Oh, even for that, it's still not great. Interesting. See, like I could see if, let's say you went to your download Steam, and when you went to get Steam VR, it would go, hey, you know, we're having some problems. Here's Envision, which will set up Steam VR in a very optimized way. And it will get everything you need. And so Valve just start using that instead and just go, hey, look, we'll just bundle that natively on Linux. And yeah, but yeah, they just don't care about Linux VR, I guess, yet. I guess right now they're still probably focusing a lot more on just raw games and just going, let's get more game compatibility. But yeah, I also hope Valve do an Index 2 soon.
Because that's what you have the majority of people looking for.
Yep. Yeah, because they're probably just looking at the Steam VR stuff. If they'll not leave the egregious bugs in their Steam VR Linux build for 5+ years, yep.
This sounds very specific.
But that's the thing, I love the concept of Linux, and it's so good. But it's like, for a consumer who just wants to pick up something and hit the go button, it's so close. It's almost there. It's just like a little support from developers, and it's like a little bit of time to cook, and it would be there. It would be so easy to go like, just get it. It's so much better. It's going to run better because there's less stuff running in the background. There's less kind of bloatware on it. It's not trying to do weird AI stuff. It's just going to be your computer, and it's just going to work. Like that, oh, it would be so good. As is, if your FPS drops a single FPS below your headset's refresh rate, you get double vision. Oh, yeah. Well, that's not good.
Yikes.
Oh, there's a bit of a weird grey line in there.
Yeah, that's in my line art.
There's another one higher up as well.
There, fixed it.
There's another grey... Is that a grey line on my screen, or is that just see up a bit? Right there, so move your mouse to the left a bit. No. Oh, sorry, up and left, just near the kind of top of that curve.
Oh, that one there.
Yep, just there. Yep, there we go. It was a line.
Yep, that was totally a line.
Yep, so... Yes, as Battler says here, Mint or Fedora both work. I would definitely say try Mint, because I can put a recommendation for Mint. I have Mint on a laptop that plays music in my living room. All it does is play YouTube. You know, I don't need a full-blown Windows OS for that. I just need something lightweight. It boots in a flash, it starts up, it's easy, it looks like Windows, and it just plays music, and that's all it does. Because like otherwise that laptop would have been tossed, because like, yes, you can put Windows 11 on it. Yes, it technically runs, but the experience is not great.
Right.
Like, it has 8 gigs of RAM in it, sure. You could buy another 8 gigs and bump it up to 16, and that would definitely give it a new lease on life. And it would probably be a lot more comfortable with Windows 11 with that. But it seems like, why can't you just use a lighter weight operating system? And actually, talking about lighter weight operating systems, Bappler, did you see the announcement about the Microsoft handheld console? Because that looks very interesting, where it's going to be running a cut down version of Windows 11, where they've gotten rid of all of those background tasks which aren't needed to run. And then it's going to run a custom, like Microsoft skin kind of over the top. So Amanji, you could probably use Windows XP hardware with Mint. You just may, like, the thing is, so with Mint, there's multiple versions. There is the, I'll call it like the high-end one, which has a lot of like the nice graphical effects, all that stuff. I think there's like a mid-range one and a lightweight version. I think you could probably get away with a Windows 8 laptop with the high-end version. It would probably still run perfectly fine. But the lighter weight version, which has, you know, like less graphical effects, all that kind of stuff, might run just a little bit better. Well, it will run better. But yeah, there's just like the little things with it that they, with Linux, if you go like, hey, I don't want to use the browser that came with the operating system, I want to use another one, you're not bombarded with a whole bunch of notifications like, hey, I'm still a really cool browser, keep using Edge, or, you know, whatever Windows 8 had. It would have been Internet Explorer. Oh, is this still a cool browser? Are you sure you want to change? There could be risks with using another browser. It could be dangerous out there. You know, the internet's a wild west out there. It's like, yeah. With Linux, it's like, oh, you want to change it? Yeah, sure. Okay, just go change it. Have fun. Good luck. And that's it. Just change your default browser.
Yet, it's not gonna try to judge you for it.
Yep. And then the other thing, if you go, hey, the browser that came with the computer, I want to uninstall it, you can. If you try and uninstall Edge from Windows 10 or 11, it's going to shit bricks because like the rendering engine of Edge runs a whole bunch of Windows now. So it's like, it's heavily integrated. So you're kind of stuck with Edge being just on your computer.
They integrated it so much.
Yep.
If you remove it, you might just break something.
Oh, I spot a little white dot within the orange just above the left of the eyebrow.
Yep. Just saw it too.
Ooh, you're going for that frosted
Just needed
tips.
to finish this line.
Yep. I know you just had a large brush, you couldn't get to the tips, but looks like you're going for them frosted tips.
Yeah, don't worry about the frosted tips. I'm gonna go in there real quick. Haha.
But it's Larry from the 90s.
Yeah, it's like, what was he? What was the name? Guy Fieri?
Yep, Guy Fieri, yep. He definitely is rocking them even today. But he kind of has the personality to pull them off as well. Like, you have to have that personality if you want to rock them now.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Big warning, Romanji.
I noticed another gray pixel there.
Yep. Do not delete Edge. You will break the computer if you delete Edge. But yeah, I know of my parents, the funny black box was hidden from them. Because by default, you know, it's pinned on the taskbar. I got rid of it and I just unpinned it. So it's like, you don't need to worry about that. Don't touch it. There's nothing in there for you. If you can't figure out how to do it with the interface, you can't do it. You can't do it. As simple as that. And yeah, it's worked perfectly fine. So it's like, you know, they generally just want to, you know, browse the web, you know, maybe change the desktop background picture and stuff, which is all graphical interface stuff. I'm just thinking, for the nose, because it fades between two, if you do a new layer, and we can try something on a new layer, Roka, I'm intrigued. Would you be willing to try something? And I say a new layer just so we don't break anything. If you go to the new layer, and actually, I'm going to make you full screen just so I can see your stuff better. Oh, cool. So this is definitely a new layer. Awesome. You see on the left, there is that, it's right in the middle. It's a box that looks like a gradient between like black to white. Yeah. That tool. And then if you click and drag, what happens? Yeah. So there you go. It does a gradient. Cool. If you do click and drag longer, so if you do a long click and drag, it's going to fade from... yeah, that to white. Now, what's it using? Oh, it's picking colors from somewhere. It's probably up the top right somewhere. Because what I'm thinking, you can make the gradient from black to brown.
It's picking the color I have right now.
Yep, but what's the second color it's picking? How is it picking white? Like, where's it getting the second color from, if you kind of get what I mean?
The problem.
Because there'll be something up there. Now, if Katie's usually recommend Fedora to newbies, it has a Windows 70 vibe.
The problem is I can't use gradient to go around a line.
So what I'm thinking, Roka, is you do the
I can't
gradient.
make a curve.
Well, hold up. Just for the nose. So you do that along the nose, and then you cut out around the nose with the cutting tool, invert the selection, hit delete, and you'll get a perfect fade across the nose.
Nah, can't I just use a blur tool or something?
That also works.
There's gotta be an easier way than doing like a gradient in this direction.
Right, because it's not just a straight
And then another
gradient.
one in this direction, and then one in this direction. And then adjusting all three of them.
Well, the thing is, if you drag from the bottom of his mouth up to the top of his nose, I'm just interested. Oh, too late now. I guess it'd be the top of his nose, the bottom of his mouth then. Would also do it. Oh no, yep.
Yeah, I'd have to figure out how much I want that gradient A and D.
Yep.
How far I'd have to draw
True,
that
because
line.
true, that would do a full gradient from...
And all that.
Yep, true, because you'd get a gradient from, say, black on his chin up to brown on, like, the
If I
top of
can
his
just
nose.
take
Yep.
a blur tool and wipe over 2 lines.
Yep, that's going to be far easier. Yep, no. I'm with you on that one. So hide a microscopic Amogus Summer here in the corner. Yep.
Whoops. I'm gonna need real black for this one.
So grant another layer
There we
that's
go.
opaque.
Fixed.
Now, mind you, the problem is it's around a curved object. So the problem is a gradient travels, it's a straight line gradient. Whereas Roka needs a curved gradient. And it's just easier to do a blur. You'll see, it needs to be
I needed
around.
to follow this curve here.
Yep.
But the gradient tool only lets you do straight lines. Now what I could do is like a section of parts of this. I could section of this area and make a gradient here. And then this area and make another gradient here.
Yep, but then you're
And then
like,
this area and make a gradient there.
but now you're having to make like 3 layers for that. Yeah. Then still having
But
to
that's
blur
like
it as
20
well.
more steps.
Yep, you're still having to blur it, all that kind of stuff.
There's gotta be just a tool that smears over it.
Yep. Yep, the smudge tool.
Yeah, just gotta find out where it is.
Let me bloop that over there. There. I'm actually, while you're doing that, I'm just going to look up
Okay, this bothers me.
what the interface
Just gonna
for
fix that
Fedora
line
looks
real
like.
quick. There we go.
Let's see, Fedora Linux. Let's see if they have just like some pictures of it or something.
I know how to do this gradient. I'm just gonna spray paint over it.
Let's see, Fedora Silverblue is an atomic desktop monitor aimed at good support for container-focused workflows. Oh, I see, okay. Fedora Kinoite? Ninite? Okay, place-based desktop. Okay, so that's probably what you would use there for general use, because that looks very Windows. Sway Atomic, an atomic sway-based desktop. That's a bit interesting. Budgie Atomic. That's kind of Windowsy as well. Cosmic Atomic is a bit Mac OS-like. Yep, I can definitely see how you could recommend that. They all look quite Windowsy.
There we go. Now just erase around the outside. And there's our gradient. Much simpler and faster.
Very easy.
Nice. Do the same thing around the hoofs.
Yeah, wish I had a...
Pretty much the same color as well.
Yeah, I guess with like a Linux desktop, it's really...
Well, I'm gonna try using one without the blush on it. Yeah, this works.
I guess it's kind of picking whatever you like at a base level, and then you can just customize it to whatever you want it to be. There you go, hey, I don't quite like how the interface works. I'll just customize it. I'll get a little thing that adds in a widget here, or it changes the colors, or how something behaves, or it puts, you know, hey, the CPU speed up on screen or something because you want that, or maybe it pulls a picture in from something. And you can make it your own. And I guess that's that advantage of it, is really turning something that is yours into something that's really yours. I see you going right through the glass.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know, is the glass in front or behind the hooves? I guess it's in front, isn't it? Yeah. Because
it's in front.
Yep. So I guess, yeah, if you fill it with a liquid, you can just put like a transparent kind of blue, like a very light blue in there. And that will kind of still show the hooves.
Yeah. I'll get to that in a moment.
There is some lines on the glass which aren't solid. If you see there's those two lines on the left and right, are they supposed to be that semi-transparent-ish?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Just want to make sure.
Wait, that's Lionheart.
Oh, that would have been the line from where you made the curve change.
Yup.
There's a little bit of white just there on the right hand side. Just between the orange and the grey. That triangle of white. Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna go over that with a blur anyway.
Oh, right. I guess, yeah, good just to get it in there.
Now I take this color back to the brush.
You may want to go over that just a bit heavier because there's a bit of an orange line in there.
Orange line.
I guess it's, don't worry about it. It's more kind of the amount of colors available. You've kind of run out of available colors.
Oh, that's a screen thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a stream thing. Oh. Is it? No, because that fixed it.
It's definitely more visible on stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because the stream doesn't have as many colors, it really kind of shows off that.
Yeah, my screen had blended in nicely.
Yeah, it's the problem. I'm sitting here with a nice monitor and it's like, I'm
But
seeing
I guess
the
the
colors.
Discord transmission doesn't do that very nice.
I think there's also, I think I have a few more colors on my screen, so it really shows off kind of those little things when there is a difference.
Right. Let's lighten this up a little. A little bit of a blue tint.
You're going to need a bit more kind of a...
That's too gentle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine.
Also, adding color with an eraser doesn't work so well. Just give everything a very gentle blue tint. And it looks a lot more like water.
That looks really good.
Nice.
Talking about water, could I put a request in for a little sip of some water, please?
Oh, good call.
See if chat's got our backs.
Could use some of it too.
Chat. Help.
Pretty please. It's okay, I got this.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers, Rocket. A little over enthusiastic and bit came out. Yeah, I'm all good.
Oh shit. I just realized something that I forgot. I forgot to do this white part.
Ah. I guess likely that can be added
Let's
kind of
see.
after the fact.
I even picked a color for it.
Mhm.
Wait, what if I just use the paintbrush from the beginning? And then go. Kinda like this here.
It was pretty good.
That seems about right.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yep.
Oh, that's not erasing anything. Oh, you're on brush mode. That'll be it.
Right.
Oh no, you're an eraser. Sorry, no, my bad. Oh, you're brushing white onto it. Ah.
Yeah, I just had the opacity like super low.
Mm-hmm. Isn't this going to be a colored t-shirt anyway? Or is it going to be a white t-shirt?
Because you can adjust the opacity of an eraser.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how I did the water glass.
Yep.
Alright, let's get to that shirt.
If that shirt is a sealed object, can you just drop blue onto it and see what happens?
It's not a sealed object though.
Oh, true, it
Do
isn't.
the outlines first at least.
Yeah. True, because it doesn't recognize the outlines because you're on a different layer.
Yep.
But yeah, once you've gone around the edge once, see what a drop
Because
does.
on this layer it doesn't have outlines yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, I'm gonna use the color fill tool for this one just because it's such a large area.
You fell asleep if you dropped your phone on the floor and then you heard people talking. Oh no, hopefully you didn't wake up in too much of a panic thinking there was someone in your house.
Hope your phone is okay.
I guess luckily the phone hit the floor and it wasn't the classic, say holding the phone above yourself and when you drop, like you fall asleep, you let go of it and it whacks you in the face.
Oh yeah, laying on your back.
Yep.
Having the phone up in the air. Been there, done that.
Oh yeah, but Womanji, if you go down the Linux Mint path, or
I've
just,
also done the thing where I have like my thumb hovering over something. And then as I'm not off I accidentally click an ad or something.
Oh yeah, it's a menace for doing that. It's like falling asleep and my finger just like starts
It's
tapping
like the
random
only
shit.
times I've ever clicked ads.
Yep. But yeah, Omanji, if you do decide to go with any Linux for that laptop of yours, I'm more than happy to help you create a USB drive that you can use to then install it onto the computer. So that is the one thing, is like to make a bootable USB. I know it's definitely possible with Linux. I just don't know the software on Linux to do it. But yeah, on Windows, I know the software really well for doing it. Grab yourself Rufus, make a little bootable USB, and off you go. Jay, welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Boom. Oh damn. Thank you so much.
That makes it so easy. We've just got that thin line to deal with.
Much appreciated. Oh yeah. I mean, it still needs taking care
Yep.
of. But it's so much faster than doing the whole thing by hand.
Indeed. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
I have already been to Texas. But yeah, around this time last year, I went over to Austin, Texas. Have to say, absolutely loved my time over there.
Haha.
I refuse to comment on this.
Oh my.
I plead the fifth. I think that's the right one. My right to silence.
Haha. Alright then. Keep your secrets. Oh. There's this entire area here as well.
I had a thought. I don't know if it's a good thought, but you can give it a quick try and see what you think. Once you've got this color in.
All right.
Little blobs there. So if you get a slightly darker shade of blue.
Okay, what's your idea?
So if you just make the shade of blue slightly darker just with that lower slider, yep. And then see on the arm on the right, yeah, slightly bigger brush. Yep, if you go on the left-hand side of where like the arm bulges over his chest a bit and just run up the side of that with the darker blue. So not his left, but his right-hand side. So his right-hand arm.
Shading?
Yeah. But just a real basic, just a simple darker blue line up that way. Just
But
to make it
then
look
I'd have to shade the whole thing.
Yeah, true, actually, because it would look weird, it would look out of place. Oh, I don't mean that big. I mean just like a thin strip of line. No.
Wouldn't look a little off to have like just one little shadow like you or something.
I literally mean... Yeah, just literally following that. Nah.
Yet.
Nah, because then it's like, why doesn't the arm have
No.
that? Why isn't it round the head? Why isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you start running into all those
Exactly.
like, yep.
It looks a little off.
Mhm.
It's only one part of it. I'd have to shade the whole thing.
Could I get you just to zoom out quickly for me, Roka? I just have a...
Yep.
Have you seen what I've seen?
No?
Okay. Start naming the parts you would find on a horse. On Haunts.
Oh, I have an idea. We don't even have a tail.
Yes. Even if there's not much of it, there'd probably be a
Damn.
little bit kind of going out and down just behind the table as well. I don't even know if you'd even
Yeah,
see that there.
Kinda down here.
I think you'd see it more on that like upper section, like going outwards and down. Like you just get a little out and down, and maybe you'd see some, yeah, actually going down as well.
Well,
'Cause-
there wouldn't be too much of it.
Yep. But I think a little bit of tail doesn't
Kind of
hurt.
here like this.
I guess it's down to your time as well. They recognize it is we're almost 3 hours into the stream. So it's really, are you good for running a bit later?
I mean, we're getting close to being done.
Mhm.
Because apart from the coloring, there's not much that needs to be done.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go over the hair again. To give it like this effect.
Oh, yep.
But then that's pretty much it.
Just because I can't see it
At least
clearly,
as far as I see.
should you shift to a
Whoops.
different layer to do line art as
That
well?
line's too thick.
Hold up. Do you want to be on the, are you on the line art layer? Yes, line art layer. Cool.
Yes,
So
sir.
yep. I just can't see the names. Like, it's like,
Yes, I am.
It's I kind of get, like, I can roughly make out shapes of letters, but I cannot see,
Right.
like, the actual writing there, so. I just know that when you swap between, like, hey, I was coloring, I'll just start doing line art on the color layer.
Yeah.
And now it's like, yeah, time for another, color layer for to be the tail color layer now. Your Hotchin, unconscionable amount of
Dad,
YTP
are
versus.
you okay with me posting this in the munchies? And possibly some other channels.
Hotchin, unconscious of that verse. Their brain is turning to expect sentence mixing every time I hear someone talk. Also, just having us speak here in relatively coherent, as much as we are, kind of sentences is messing with you probably because you're expecting things, but it's just not.
Or do you mean like people talking over each other?
Yeah, it's weird to hear normal speech.
Haha. Nice.
Yep, you're expecting us just to completely break character, go off and just say something silly and wild.
Okay. Now let's figure out how to do this effect on the hair. By going with this color.
And so, name dropped. The price is rice. That's the start of the downfall. Haha, oh no. Would it work better to start from like the tips of the spikes and do 2 lines out, one to go kind of say west and one to go east? And then you can kind of fill in the in-between. Yeah, because see, then you get that kind of spike in there. Like where the darkness goes up to a spike.
Yeah, like this here.
Yep. Yeah, so you get that kind of spiking into it. Because I could see you were kind of doing...
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah, because when you're going up, you were kind of doing a curve up and down. Versus like being able to go up and then stop and harshly come back down. Yeah, see how you kind of see you're not getting those spikes so much? Because you're curving at the top.
Yeah. I should have done this first. And then done are the other colors.
Hold up. Roki, you can put this on a new layer. If you undo this right now.
Now just starts looking like frosted tips.
If you undo everything here, do a new layer, and then the erasing becomes super easy. So now if you do a new layer on top of this one.
Oh, so I don't have to, yet.
Yep, and then the erasing, it just doesn't matter. You just erase.
I see what you mean.
Yep, because you're not drawing on the orange there.
Yeah,
you're actually just
I
drawing.
don't have to fill in that color again.
Yep. Yeah, I guess it's frosted tips if you keep it small. As long as you keep it like fairly big, it's going to, yeah. Do its thing and not be so frosted.
Nah, I'll leave that out.
Yep, I think just that look of that kind of solid grey is kind of nice. Yep, just like that is nice. Here's a little bit of tail.
All right.
I'm guessing there isn't a brush that
Much
draws
better.
wood grain, is there?
And now we can just erase above this color. And we don't have to fill things in again.
Yep, it just works perfectly. It's like, use them layers to your advantage. Well, you missed a little blob on that lower kind of spike. Yeah, just in Just inside there on the lower bit of that spike there. Just there.
All right. To look at it on stream to see it, I had to.
Yep, like I say, it shows up really well at my end because I think it's been compressed, so it shows off like the littlest bit of color. It thinks that's more important than white.
Yeah, like on my screen it's like blended in real nicely. But this chord goes like, nope, that's two different colors, I'll display both of them. And I'll make it real clear that they're there. Let me know if you notice any more of these.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for them. But I haven't seen any yet, so I think we're pretty good. There's a little one just there. Yep, there you go. Nice.
I'm just zooming over everything while looking on stream.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good. The only thing's the tail
Good so
left.
far. All right.
That is looking really good. Now, say by chance
Nice.
there isn't like a wooden
Should we give
table.
the table a color?
Is there a wooden table, or like a wooden thing brush that just brushes wood grain? Because if there's a wood grain brush, it makes your life easy. You know, you do another layer,
yeah.
and you just bulk brush, you know, grain onto it. Otherwise, if there's like a taller, long, skinny brush, that would also do it very well. That, you know, put a light brown onto it, get a slightly darker brown of like a tall, skinny, wiggly brush, and you can just do some gentle lines in there, and you'll get a wooden table. And if you do it on another layer, you just erase the hooves, job done. Who cares that the transparency of the glass wouldn't be correct of like showing the table behind it. It don't matter.
Yeah. Let's try something.
You just want, yeah, a lighter brown than himself. That's all. Just so it's, yeah.
With a little bit of brown. Later. Lighter, less saturated. Oh. And let's try some brushes. No.
As I say, if you have, tall and skinny though, that's going to be your go-to. And that means you don't have to draw things. If there is one that's like a stamp more.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's neat. Doesn't really look like wood though.
No. I see one. What's that one down the bottom right of your screen right now? Just click it once.
That one?
Yeah, see, that is it. Oh, Womanji's very correct. Save the picture now. Make sure we save a copy.
Good point.
Good call, Womanji. Normally I'm the one calling. Save a copy. Save a copy.
All right.
Because you can't stretch brushes, can you? No, not really. You can't. You can make the brush bigger.
Yeah, you can only resize them.
Yeah, but you can't, like, say, make it longer. So
like a circle board, like a wood grain.
Yeah.
I think this would work like a wood grain.
Yeah? Yeah, I see that a bit. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh. Yeah,
anyway,
that's pretty much the closest we have so far.
If you just do a single click with that, what happens? Okay, it's just dots. Because that's the thing with some brushes. Sometimes a single click can give you an interesting effect as well.
Oh yeah, these are like stamp brushes down here. But this one here isn't.
But if you just click it once, what do you get? Yeah, it's like a water paint kind of splodge.
Yeah, let's go with that.
New layer, Roka. New layer. New layer. New layer. Let's just do new layer.
Reference can go.
Let's just do new layer because it's going to make life so much easier.
Wait, let me merge these two layers first.
Oh, yep. There you go. And then we can do new layer.
Because those are both color. Cable.
You could turn it right up to the size of the table almost. If you made it like that size, what does that kind of do?
What kind of wood green is that?
A very old rough tree. If you start, higher up above it, because it doesn't matter about being up there, because then it will adjust its angle correctly. I'm not feeling it.
I guess I'd have to fill it in with like a base color first.
Yep, yeah, you need this like a base brown, and then you need a darker brown for the grain. I think that's too peach. I think you need...
Yeah, too bright.
Yeah. But that's because he is very table brown, is unfortunately a way to kind of call him. You could, if you want,
What if you lean more into the yellow?
You could take a picture of my VTuber and take some color from my hair, maybe. Might give you a slightly, because it's got a bunch of browns in there, like browns and golds if you want.
Kind of like this.
Mate.
And then if we smudge over with the other color.
Yep, add a transparency.
Where did the brush go?
If you adjust the transparency down a bit, to make it say 50%. Yeah.
I'm not feeling that really.
No, I'm not getting those good vibes. Leaving it plain white may also be a good choice as well. You know, it's simple, but it's...
What if we give that thing like just a generic color? Like not completely white, but like a little off.
Yep. Yep, just a cream.
Yeah, I think this works.
Yep. All you do, just drag the layer down just by one, and it will hide behind everything you've got there.
Yeah.
And just go straight across, and then you may not even have to clean up everything as well. It'll be even less cleanup.
What are the outlines I do?
Oh, hold up. Oh yeah, once you've done this outline.
The outlines I do.
Yep.
Because they'll show up anyway.
Yep. We love layers.
But the hooves and everything should be hidden.
Yep.
Should be hiding it.
Yep. Yeah, be all good. Yep. Layers are love. Layers are life.
Yep.
Even I didn't see that one.
All right. Now we just get a straight line down here. Boom. Here we go. And all of this can go as well.
Just so you know, Sam, when Roku was first doing their artwork, it was Windows 10 MS Paint.
There we go. Ta-da.
Layers weren't a thing. Roku would do the initial line art.
Yeah, I'm new to layers.
Yep, in a light grey colour. Then do the full line art in, say, a darker grey/black. Erase the fainter line art around the regular artwork with the eraser. It's like, oh my god. And then doing color on top of that as well.
Yeah, sometimes even pixel by pixel.
Yep. It's like you would use the color fill. It's like, blam, the whole picture turns red or something. You're like, I thought I was doing an eyeball. Oh, there's the pixel gap there. Fill the pixel gap.
Yeah,
correct.
Then you go over everything with a color.
Yep. And just use that pixel fill is so good.
And then you go back in on the linear to fix the lines that you drew over with color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true, because the fill was a bit, how do you do? Because if you had a soft thing, it wouldn't get to the end as well. Like it wouldn't get all the way to the edge, and then correcting that was a pain. Yeah, oh man. You're probably glad you're using this now. It makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yep, I agree with Manji.
That's a huge difference.
The expression is so good.
Yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. There's only one thing missing. Do you know what it is?
Signature.
Yep.
Because you forgot to sign the last one.
Oh shit, did I?
Well, I think you did. Then you redid the second one and sent out after the stream. But during the stream, you never signed it.
Right.
Do you want to do the signature on a different
Oh yes,
layer?
I corrected that afterwards.
You could also do a Bob Ross with fluoro red as
Oh
well.
yeah, that's the table layer.
Because Bob Ross does fluoro red.
Let's put it on the linear art. Yeah, but I'm not Bob Ross.
Was it cadmium red?
I'm not mooching on his style.
Yep.
So I pick a different color.
Those blobs are the colors that were used for reference.
Oh, the blobs are just what I picked the color from the reference. So I can pick the same color multiple times.
Because yeah, there's so much variation in color there. You could almost
It's not
never
like
get the
it
same
matters
one.
a lot where I pick this color from.
Dex, if you tried to pick it, you would constantly be with different colors
So
the
what
whole
I
time.
like to do is like, I would never be able to replicate this same color by color picking it. Because if I tried a random spot on his shirt,
It's slightly lighter.
it'll come out brighter.
Yep. It could be slightly lighter, slightly darker.
So there's no consistency in there.
They're going to be more blue, more green, more red, more orange, more yellow. Oh, yes. The drawing without line art. Can we get a zoom out, please? Yes. I
Haha.
love the chaos.
Yeah, I can erase the blobs if you want. I don't need them anymore now. Yeah, the reference isn't going to be in the finished piece either. So it's going to look just like that.
That is looking so good, Roka. That is pretty much exactly kind of the concept I had.
Got it. All gone.
Let's get a few copies saved out.
All right, let's save this up again. And
Oh, yeah.
now how did this go? Export?
Yep, export as PNG. No day socializing, you're
Where
naked.
did we have it?
Hey, thanks for stopping by, Sam. And have an absolute wonderful sleep.
There's JPEG. That's Krita. That's
No.
PBM. There we go.
Not JPEG.
PNG.
Yeah, PNG. Yay. Yay. Like
Yeah, I just had to pick it out from a huge list.
Yep. Yeah, for me, Roka, just send me just the PNG. I don't need the Krita one in this case. You can send the Krita to Wamanji, but
Got it.
Yep, just the PNG will be perfect.
Now let me have a quick look. Okay, looking all right.
Well,
Okay, Sam, you have a great night. Been good to see you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you want to get Bapla's request in there as well? It was for like a few pixel
What was
tall
that?
Amogus just hiding away in there.
Uh-huh.
You can chuck on a different layer so it is removable if you want. I have 2 copies of it.
Right.
So I can grab you exactly what you need, Romanji.
Oh yeah, it's all saved up already anyway.
That is what Roka's using. Things back, we can now move it around and stuff easily.
There we go. Tiny Amogus.
Well, hold up. Yeah, Roka, if you shift that to the t-shirt, but adjust the brightness just a fraction so it's like a shade lighter than the actual t-shirt. You zoom in. Yeah, see that? How it is a
I think that's perfect.
hair of a shade lighter.
Haha. Like if I remove this outline you can't even see where it is.
Yeah, that's on stream. No, it's just not there. That is... Yeah, if you do not have like a high quality screen for reproducing the difference in color, you are almost not going to be able to see that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers, Baplet. Actually, this one's definitely a lot more for Roka than me, but the unshrimpen.
But then I'd have to change the color again. Or like on top of it.
Yep, on top of it's perfect. Actually, Roka, the tip of the speech bubble. Tip of the speech bubble.
Yes. Perfect.
Look at the little fella just hanging out there.
Haha. And since he's on a separate layer I could still save that in the Krita file. No one's ever gonna zoom in this far.
Yeah, like, I'd be interested.
Oh, you mean as like a symbol in there?
Well, actually, because you've done it here, you could actually technically adjust the color in there. And you could adjust the color of the whole layer. How would you do that? You probably right click on the layer, or like, does it say color up the top?
How does one do that?
Is there one that says color at the top there? Oh, that's actually, what am I saying? I can just open up the program myself. Here you go. I'll open the software myself, Roka.
Oh.
Because then I can do the same thing and figure out what we're after doing. Create new document. Yes, custom document. Create.
Or I can just draw a new one in the actual writing. In the actual color.
So if I got a paintbrush and we're going to make it red and we're going to draw a red line.
It's not like this is hard to draw.
Yep.
Oh haha. No, the signature is down there, and that's where it stays. We're just talking about putting a little Easter egg in it.
No, I'm not.
Like I said, it's not even the finished version yet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything as like a real quick kind of. Oh, actually, that'll. Why is hue not adjusting any sort of hue on that? I am throwing that around, it's not doing anything.
Okay, I've sent you the first piece. That's the PNG without the Among Us guy. I can just export it again with the little guy in it. Give it a different name. And send that one too. There we go. And now, you get the Krita file. I think it's this one.
It's like that .kra.
So if at any point you want to go in there and change some things, there's that. Yeah, Krita is free to download.
Yep, completely free software. Could I get Roka just the Among Us version?
And then you have all the layers available in there too.
Not a problem at all, Amanji.
I put him in the... Yeah, that's the only layer we need.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Looking over that screen. Back there. Cool.
I'm just gonna leave this on screen for a second so this becomes our thumbnail on Twitch.
Nice call, Roka. Very nice call.
Haha.
Hey, thank you so much, Romanji, for stopping by. It is very much appreciated.
Okay, Wumanji, you have a great night. Thanks for entrusting me with your character. And I think that's us for today as well.
Yep, it is. I'm just seeing if I can scroll through the directory to see if I can find our stream. But I'm not seeing it yet. Just to see if it does have that or not. I'm sure there's a better way of finding out what the preview is.
Yeah, there's probably like 1 million people in there.
Yep. Cheers, Batplet.
Cheers, Buffalo.
The problem is Twitch has broken the ordering of channels, so the way it's ordered isn't... Even if you set it to viewers high to low, it doesn't order it in high to low.
Yeah, it doesn't really work like that anymore.
So I've got it high to low, and I'm looking here, it's like 3 viewers, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4. Why are there some 2s and 3s up here?
Yeah.
Actually, now I've scrolled down a decent distance. If I search... No, okay, so it doesn't find me, so we're even further down than like the 2s and 1s, but it's like, but hold up, it says we've got 5 viewers. Let's keep going. Okay, it's the bottom, so if I search... It's not even finding me. What? Yeah, this is the category we're in.
Makes no damn sense.
It made no damn sense. Shit broken.
We are alive though, are we?
Yeah, we are live because people are chatting with us. We've got the red thing saying we're live. There we go.
I don't find us either.
Yep, I just refreshed it and now we've shown up and it is us with the Amogus on screen.
Perfect.
It is exactly as the world should be.
Nice.
The world is healing. But let me make a few quick adjustments by first hiding the Amogus by turning on the blue filter. Actually, how does that look? That doesn't actually look too bad. The eyes are a little weird, but it is...
Yeah,
it's
because there's like...
Yep, there's a lot of blue
line
in
north
there.
above it anyway.
Yep, it's just turned it kind of a slightly darker color.
Right.
But yeah, if you just flick on over to yourself.
Oh yeah, with the filter and everything. Yep.
There we go.
There's me solo.
Yep, and there's the pair of us.
With my good old blue background.
Very, very nice, Roka. Stunning work. Yeah, once you get it sent through to me, I want to take a look at that picture as well and see how well I can see the Amogus when I make it full screen. Like, is it like you're squinting or is it like, oh my god, there's a huge Amogus there? Because, you know, you've seen it on your screen. I've got a slightly bigger screen. Is it more visible on a bigger screen or is it still so minuscule? Unless you know to look for it, it's not there kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with that, I don't.
There's both versions.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so flicking between them on my
I don't see anyone to read.
Yep, same. So flicking between them on my smaller screen, I can't tell the difference between those two images. Looking at it on Discord.
Perfect.
They are. And I know where to look as well. Like it's near / around the speech bubble. / inside it.
Yep.
Yeah, like flicking left and right for a bit. Asking for, had you checked the Chibi Riot base I sent the link of earlier? Oh, Batplet, it got eaten by link remover. So no links can be posted in chat unless it's sent by myself or Roka. So with it, you'll have to send it to us on Discord. Yeah, it got eaten and turned into stars. It just turns every link into asterisks.
Yep. Gotta have to send it as a DM.
Oh, interesting that it showed up for you. Yeah, because you must
so
have
it's kind
posted
of
it. Yep.
shadow banned, if you
Yep.
will.
Right, so you posted it, you saw it, and of course, you probably disappeared thinking, hey, job done, posted link, easy peasy, I'm outie, I got some stuff to do.
Yep.
Yep, but it got, banished to the Shadow Realm.
Who is this guy? Poor little guy.
Yep. But with that, I'm going to say thank you very much to the awesome people who stopped by today. I want to say thank you to Wamanji, who has been here pretty much from beginning to end. So thank you very much, Wamanji. Shortly afterwards, we also had Foxy Fox join us, who has been with us while you had a bit of a break between some driving you had to do. We have had Battler as well stop in, so thank you very much, Battler.
Yeah,
Dal toasted
so
as
we
well.
had a real artist in here too.
Yep, exactly. Able to give you that help as well. And we had, as today's MVP, Runo, with 5 gifted subs. So thank you much, Runo. We also had Sam as well, who is, just got that link there. Let me get things opening. Yeah, Sam, who's off at a furry meet in New Zealand. Yep, just got that Battler. And I'm not sure, I don't know if I got good vibes or interesting vibes from Jay as well. Jay was a new follower and did send a few messages, so thank you, Jay, as well. So let's have a look at this.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah, I wasn't sure if they were just a bit younger, and it's like, yeah, they weren't quite aware of like all the context of what they were saying, or they're just a bit weird, yeah. But like, I like it. I like it a lot. It is very precious.
Yeah,
I'm guessing, yeah, because, yeah,
it's just
so
a little guy.
yeah, so it's all texture work for the kind of emotions on the eyeballs. Like it's, I guess, yeah, turning on and off the different LEDs, really. Base rivet head, Blend PSD, SDK, eye tracking, expressions, optimization, much more. For voice lighting, Visems for expressions, can be set up to customize menu parameters of blank or sword. First use. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. It's got a good vibe to it. Like, you customize that to add some little things in it that make it personally yours, and that has a really good vibe to it. I do wonder how the eyes work.
They remind me of the robots from Buzz to Nowhere.
Like, yeah, is it just a sprite sheet where it's got like standard eye, angry eye, happy eye, sad eye, and it just sprite sheets between the different, ones it needs to pick. Interesting. But with that, just because the bathrooms are going to call a bit, just because of how much I've kind of drunk and stuff and needing to get to bed as well. I want to say thank you very much to everyone who stopped by. It is very much appreciated. It's been super awesome hanging with you, reading these stories, watching Roka draw. Oh my god, so good. If Womanchi uses Linux on that laptop, holy shit, that's going to be cool. Any other final things from you, Roka?
Yeah, that's us for this week. We'll be back again next week.
Yep. Bit more Night Rain for
Hope
next
you
week.
all have a great week.
So yeah, with that, thank you all and bye-bye.
Bye bye.